On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
We are so different, and in different environments require different things of you, especially when I go to work. Code switch like a mother. I can't be like in every different environment, I'm different. And so who are you to say that I need to be the same in every environment? If I'm walking the streets of New York, I am not the same than when I'm at a restaurant with my man, or if I'm out with my family. It's exactly. I'm different in all these different settings.
No, we get that, but that's not what he was trying to say, though. I mean, I get what y'all saying. I mean, there is a switch up when I'm at work, but I'm still respectful to men. Like, there's a way to move. Even if I'm on the street and men are trying to holler at me, I'm still going to be respectful, because men can be crazy. If you want to be masculine with them, they can kill you. So I think what he was trying to say, I think we derailed from what he was saying. But I don't know. Never mind. I don't know.
Well, this is the thing, Kayla. I think you conflate.
But I wasn't saying like being masculine. I'm saying
around submission and femininity, and I think what
JB
is very clear. What most men talk about is modern women ideology, not necessarily versus traditional in terms of gender roles, but in terms of traditional women.
Pay attention.
On by and large,
watching you.
Cut it out, JR. Way more feminine.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Way more feminine than what we see modern women to be today. And so, for what you were saying, for everything that you were saying, then what is the end result? What is the end goal of it all? Right. So most times, again, just again, most time, modern women, like even in this conversation that we were just having, right? Again, I point to the fact that we saw a young lady yesterday, poised, composed, could deliver her argument without over talking, without super aggressive. So when people say, "Oh, you and your masculine energy," women take that as an insult. Most men and most women view aggression they associate that with being masculine, right? So what's the end result ultimately? With your point, because
end result of what?
So when you talk about modern women, right? Because we're in a modern world, and you were saying about relationships, right? You were saying, what will be what a relationship's going to look like, because we're here now. Mm-hmm. What do you propose? Because the first relationship starts by how we interact with one another as human beings.
What do I propose?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not just going to throw out some answer, because I'll actually have to give it some thought. It's a complex. I mean, it's a very complex question in terms of like the solution. Oh, I can name 3 things and that'll fix it all. Like that's not
the solution.
That's not realistic. It's going to take a lot of work on both sides. Us working together as a team. Then you have on top of that, then you have us being Black and living in a country that's a world rather that's ran by white supremacy. There's so many layers of things that have to be tackled. It's not going to be like a couple of talking points and then those things are going to be the thing that fixes it and then we're all going to be happy.
Sure.
It's a multi-layer, multi-effort plan that's going to take diligence and it's going to take commitment that a lot of Black people are not willing to make, because a lot of Black people are hit with the crabs in the barrel. Me, my family, we good. What y'all doing over there? That ain't got nothing to do with me. So there's so many different things that we'll have to tackle in order to like see the future that I want to see, which is Black women and Black men married together. I want Black men to start marrying women. I want Black women to start only having babies with men they're married to. I want there to be more money coming into the Black community. So I don't know. I can't give you like a definitive answer.
I mean, if that's what you want to see, my point is, how do we get there? Right? Because again, I said, it starts with how we treat one another.
Yeah. Okay. But to what you were saying earlier in terms of the whole, y'all know y'all love y'all feminine, masculine talking points. I was just listening to my friend Nikki the other day, and she was just telling me, she lives in New York, right? I don't live in New York, but she lives in New York. And she was just telling me the lack of luxury that she has to be in her feminine, just walking down, just living in New York. Like everywhere she goes, she's just watching for her safety to just make sure that she makes it home and doesn't get raped on a train while people watch and record on their phones. So I mean, there's a lot of different variables because I can't relate to that. I don't live in New York. I don't walk the streets and have to think about that kind of. I mean, I think about it when I park and I get out of my car. I do a double take, but I can't relate to like what kind of like where she has to be every day to just make sure.
Wasn't that fake? Wasn't that found out that it was fake anyway?
I don't know, but that's besides the point. Women are assaulted daily in countries all over the world. Actually, they're assaulted daily. So whether it's true or not, women are assaulted daily. So I don't really know the point of that. But like I said, when you live in a big city or a big hub or whatever that it is, as a woman, if you are 70% of women are unmarried, like Trill said, men are not prioritizing marriage. So you have a lot of single women out here that have to fend for themselves. And then when they're walking down the street, the last thing they're thinking about is, oh, let me be feminine. If someone says something, I should just say, hi, how are you? No, they're thinking, how do I get home safe? How do I not get
masculine in order
to
get home?
How do I not get sold into sex slavery or trafficking or whatever it is by being at the wrong place at the wrong time? Or not even that. Remember in Atlanta, the girl that came home and a white van pulled up to her house and abducted her right in front of her house while her husband was in the house.
But
so I don't know.
Do you think they should be masculine?
The luxury of like, oh, I'm gonna be feminine with every man that talks to me and be all kind and nice and blah blah blah. When a lot of women that lives in cities are like just trying to make sure that they're safe and that they're okay. I think it's like a little disingenuous for you guys to not realize the reality of that.
Agreed, 100%.
Wait, but so do y'all think? Sorry, go ahead.
No. Go ahead, Q. Go ahead.
So do y'all think that women should be like? Since we gave that example, so do you guys think that women should be masculine?
No, I don't think that should be the whole being feminine with every man. Random man on the internet, random man you've seen that you need to be a and that is how you are all the time, and that it's not something that is exasperated with your man. When you're with your man, it's different than when you're with other men. And I just heard a lot of times, though, if you're feminine, you're just always feminine. You're the same way, but you're not. The way I am at work is not the way that I am with random dudes on the internet. It's not the way that I am with my man. We are as Black people, we are not a monolith. We are so different, and in different environments require different things of you, especially when I go to work. Code switch like a mother. I can't be like in every different environment, I'm different. And so who are you to say that I need to be the same in every environment? If I'm walking the streets of New York, I am not the same than when I'm at a restaurant with my man, or if I'm out with my family. It's exactly. I'm different in all these different settings.
No, we get that, but that's not what he was trying to say, though. I mean, I get what y'all saying. I mean, there is a switch up when I'm at work, but I'm still respectful to men. Like, there's a way to move. Even if I'm on the street and men are trying to holler at me, I'm still going to be respectful, because men can be crazy. If you want to be masculine with them, they can kill you. So I think what he was trying to say, I think we derailed from what he was saying. But I don't know. Never mind. I don't know.
Well, this is the thing, Kayla. I think you conflate.
But I wasn't saying like being masculine. I'm saying
around submission and femininity, and I think what
JB?
Very clear